What's up everybody, David here, thanks for watching the video. Today I thought I'd do something a little different, just chill out and watch some training footage together. This is from last Saturday's session at the Armoury Armwrestling Club in Perth, Australia. And I just thought I'd sit down, have a look at my own pulling and a couple of the other guys and just go through my thoughts and my reflections and anything that pops into my head. So here I am versus Nathan, who is a mega strong dude, former power lifter, and his hand is just so strong. He is just a strong individual, but his cupping pressure is just crazy. I think you've seen a lot of these pulls off the go. He's just able to, just that pressure off the go, just sink in his cup. He's just so strong. And for me, as I want to go outside and pronate, he blocks so much of that just off the go. Straight away my hand can be turned over. So a lot of my battles with him is really to see if I can get anywhere outside pronation through his cup, and if I can't, and kind of inevitably sink into some kind of hook and see where we end up. Here we have Luke on the left and Nathan again on the right. Luke primarily trains in a hook, and so these guys basically always go into hooks. And you can see that. Luke's also very good defensively, as long as he's got his cup, and in certain positions, as you'll probably see right here, he's able to drive through and chop, but maybe he's given Nathan too much rope here. You can see him trying to, there we go, yeah, just drive through a lot of sideways pressure and massive chopping pressure. Luke's got incredible chopping pressure, which is, again, frustrating for me. I'm going to go out and target his fingers, but he's able to get on top of my thumb so well and so far around my hand that all this cupping, supination and chopping really blocks off where I want to go. So again, I'm kind of forced into some kind of high hook or hook to go pretty much anywhere with him. Often I'll still try and top roll him every time, but it generally often happens like this. I'll just will pin me a bunch, and it's how long I want to keep fighting that battle. Luke's really mega at the moment. He's been pulling the longest at the Armoury. He's coming up on 8 years. And though he has a preferred style of pulling, as you can see here, just cupping me in and chopping me down, he can pull in a lot of different spots, and his top roll is probably more annoying than his hook for me. His rise is extremely good. His high knuckle pressure, really frustrating to deal with. Often find myself just getting turned over just in the setup, unable to maintain that up pressure with a bit of cup. Well, a lot of pulls with Luke so far in the video. Let's see what I'm trying to do here. That looks like I'm trying to go outside. Yeah, I'm trying to go outside and up. Top rolling me. At some point in time, I've just got to accept the fact that I'm going to get pinned a whole bunch and just keep pulling. Otherwise, the pulls are very short. Going to the strap. What am I trying to do here? He's staying pretty flat-handed here, but just blocking my pronation just enough. Yeah, I'm able to outlast him on that pull. Here he's just kind of side pressuring me to the pad. Just maintaining some level of cup. And just pulling me down. And then again, I'm just able to outlast him just enough. Alright, so here pulling with our number 2 Nathan. Nathan 1, the powerlifter. Nathan 2, newer guy, very strong. He just had surgery on his leg a couple months ago, so he's recovering from that. He hasn't been able. He was basically bedridden for months. So he's on the rebound. Really loves cupping in, supination, and off the go, and really just driving in a hook. And here I'm just trying to stop everything. I'm not really trying to pin, I'm not trying to take everything, I'm just trying to stop. Here I'm just trying to get him on his bicep, block his pronation, and his avenue to success, but even then he's still strong. I gas out his bicep and squeeze it down. And left, let's see how left goes. Go into a hook, and go straight away. Again, I'm just trying to block. So my phone's ringing. Just trying to block everything off. Even when I get pinned, just trying to stay tight with my hand, apply a lot of down pressure. And if you're strong enough to pull through that, then I think sweet. Just trying to be as cerebral as possible, try and control as much as possible. I really enjoy doing that in my table time, see how much I can control, and when I can control it. When I can't control it, just try and win or try and get into a position of control. Currently there's a good mix of guys at the Armoury, so a couple of guys that are just much stronger than me, a couple of guys that I'm balanced with, and a few guys that I can hold. And it really gives me the freedom to test a lot of things and feel out a lot of different positions. Here we go with Nathan and Luke again. Nathan's got a lot better with staying with his shoulder with his hand, as you can see in these pulls. Even as he goes down, he's maintaining his shoulder nice and close. He's got a lot better at that. You can see him following his hand down to the pad with his shoulder, rather than just letting his arm just extend out like that. And you can see how far Luke's cup gets around. He's extremely flexible, so his knuckles are basically facing his own torso. That's how flexible his wrist is and how far he can get around. Just quite impressive. Okay, pulling with Errol here. Generally it's a big battle for hand control, but you can see he has busted my hand back. This is a position that I'm not uncomfortable in, although I don't want to get to it where I haven't got my cup. My hand's bent back about that much, and I'm using a lot of the pressure from the strap around my wrist here to drive down. Here I am trying to get into a position where I can throw my shoulder behind and actually press, but I just can't quite get the angle. So I'm trying to get above it, but even then, Errol was doing a really good job of just blocking it just enough with a bit of side pressure this way and up pressure. More pulls in the strap. I think Errol was finding a bit disconnected from his shoulder. His strongest move is to do what he's done here, which is to shoulder coming forward, driving in and kind of pressing down on the arm. You need to build up that strength though, and I think Errol's working on that. It's a mega move when he does it, but I think he does put a lot of pressure on his shoulder and other parts to do it regularly. With Errol constantly trying to drive outside his shoulder, just saying hi, trying to push Errol outside his shoulder, but he's got enough hand control here. He's on top of my hand, he's locking up on my pronation. Really, I don't have much leverage on his arm, and just kind of being less efficient in this position than he was. Alright, Luke and Errol. Let's see what happens here. Errol trying to bust the hand back, top roll. That was a pretty nice transition, and good that Luke was able to pull through that. That was a really nice transition from upward outside pressure to shoulder commitment. I confess I've never seen Errol pull like this with his wrist bent back kind of draggy side pressure. That was the first time I've ever seen him pull like that. Alright, finishing up, Errol and Nathan. See, Errol feels very comfortable in that pose in a really extended arm, keeping the shoulder up. It's kind of like a king's move, I guess. He trains in that position quite a lot. I think it's more the fact that he lets his opponent get into that position, and he does have some level of natural lock there. But it just means, from my impression, that you're working from that position a lot, which is extended. So you're working a lot from this position, extended, and when you really, arm wrestling is all about connection and keeping things close. If you can, stay close. And maybe just Errol is gassed at this point and just not feeling it. So his left arm. Again, Errol very good in that open arm kind of defensive spot. You can see he's maintaining a good amount of cup. And Nathan's so strong off the go, he takes Errol's hand, just sits on that. That was a good way of pinning. He also could have come on top of his arm. He's dragging down here, just getting a bit higher and pressing down as well, but a little bit of a shove works really well as well. Anyway, it's coming towards the end of the footage. Just thought I'd have a bit of a watch and reflect on what goes on in our training. Hope you guys enjoyed. Give it a like if you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.